Rhodes Rants on Star Wars. Today, let's talk about a looming issue out there for Episode 9. Should have been a looming issue for The Last Jedi, but Ryan Johnson, blah 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 blah. Oh, I got my cats in here today. Yikes! Our AC is out in the other side of the house, so we're like, all the rescues are confined to another room where there's other AC because there's 2 units. So anyway, sorry about that. So, Rey's parents, or should I say, Rey's lineage, okay? I have said before and prior that I would love Rey to end up being a Kenobi. However, a couple of commenters threw something out the other day, and the more I've gotten to really think about it, the more I think it's not a bad idea. People are suggesting that she may be related or cloned from Palpatine. I find this highly interesting, okay? Particularly if she's cloned. If Palpatine cloned her from Vader, from himself, that would be the most awesome way to go. If he cloned her, they could explain in some kind of a built-in knowledge base that the clone had, okay, which would address some of the Mary Sue things, like they could do some kind of a sleeping scene where she's literally dreaming about Jedi training, or they could do a flashback of her being a kid who's dreaming about a Jedi training something, something, something. Okay, and what it is she's actually learning, using that method as a way to learn, right? Which would help explain away some of the BS involving Rey, right? The Mary Sue-ness, as we call it. I find this highly interesting. I do like the idea of her being a Kenobi, but the Palpatine thing might actually check more boxes. And I think JJ's got to check some boxes. And I hate that for JJ because that's a Ryan Johnson. Ryan Johnson has made this thing for JJ just a dumpster fire. And boy, they're trying, when you cast people from Lost, Lord of the Rings, and Doctor Who, I mean, you're trying to put together like the Justice League of nerdom out there, I mean, you're trying to assemble something that's going to bring in the, folks like me, right? But that's an interesting theory, right? And so that could be a great way to incorporate the Emperor into Episode 9. Okay, and somewhat, seamlessly. You could incorporate him in. Maybe he eventually speaks to Rey. Force Ghost Vision, etc., etc. But I find that very interesting. And the clone idea is very, very interesting. I don't know where that leads the people wanting Reylo, because I'll tell you what I would like to see happen. I would love to see Kylo Ren. I'd love to see Rey double cross everybody, go to the dark side, and somehow, some way, Kylo Ren steps in and redeems himself. I mean, that would be something cool, and maybe something nobody saw coming. Now, that could be, So that could be an interesting way to subvert expectations, Ryan Johnson. And then we could say, okay, Rey hadn't lost at anything, but ultimately she really lost. And Kylo strikes her down. Because, you know, why would... It's so hard to explain her triumphs. That's the issue. And the reason I have pushed for 2 movies is because I feel like she needs to fail royally before she can be built back up into this hero. She needs to fail. She needs like a Darth Maul, like severed at the waist type thing happen. I mean, that's how bad she needs to. I mean, she needs to get her ass royally handed to her. I don't care by who, by somebody, right? But step in and just whip the monkey hell out of Rey, and then, you know, we're good. If you like these Rhodes Rants, like, subscribe. I appreciate all the commenters and the subscribers. Comment. Let me know what you think down below, and we'll talk about it. Peace, I'm out.
Yo, what up, I need a newbie. You can call me D-Ball, only a doobie. Northwest King, gentleman town, let it up down when the bullets